It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Straight into it. Straight into the unboxing. Shit chairs. So we've got, what have we got? Front springs, lowered, king springs, rear springs, front control arms with bushes and ball joints, front KYB strut inserts, and a heap of other white line stuff. So spring, rear spring pads, upper and lower. In here somewhere. No, that's the lower ones. That's the upper ones. New strut tops for the front, and the boots and bump stops for the front struts as well. Sort of protection kit shit, KYB as well. So basically I'm going to sit back and watch old mate put it all in. Yeah, we'll do the rear first and then we'll see how we go. I don't think we're going to get all the front done today. Also got, oh, you grab that a sec, Cobber. So I've also got, so that's the control arms, and then I've got the radius rod bushes there. So all the bushes in the front completely will be replaced except for the strut, not strut, the sway bar bushes, because they didn't have them in stock at the moment. But yeah, ideally we're going to get it sitting about 35 to 40 mil lower all round. So let's get into it. Son of a bitch. Slight rookie error there with the camera. All right, so we've got the wheel off, and in the rear here looks like we've got some petters or something by the looks of it, and they don't look too old or too bad, but obviously they're standard height and that's not what we want, so we'll rip them out and get the king springs in there. Yep, she's going. Sweet. So we've just got the right hand rear spring out. That's the top rubber, which is actually probably not too bad, but I have got new ones of those anyway. And that's the bottom one, which I would say is basically fucked. Yeah, no worries. Right, so all we did here to get the rear spring out is we just undid the shock, took the tension off, lowered the diff down, and that gave us enough movement on this side of the diff to pull that original height one out, so the shorter one should go back in pretty easy. Righto, so that's all in. It's going to line up properly once that gets jacked up higher. Sitting down in there. King springs where we can see it. Now we can chuck the wheel back on, that's that side done. Righto, so this is the passenger side out. Again, the top one doesn't look too bad, but the bottom one, that was actually where it was sitting when the spring came out. It's been sitting up there for a while too by the looks of it. So yeah, glad we're going to replace those anyway. And yeah, the other side's done, so now it's just put this one spring back in with the pads on, wheel back on, that's the whole back end done for now. Let's get into it. There we go, that's counting down. Yep, sweet. Yeah, so it was 370 from the center of the wheel to the lip before we started. And that's what, 340 now, 340 mil now. So that's about perfect. So it was sitting up there. That was a fair bit higher. The front is a little bit higher. It was 370, it's gone up a bit now, if anything, because of the back sitting down so low. So it is currently, oh, fucking, basically 380 mil. So ultimately that's probably going to sit down around about there as well, hopefully 340. So yeah, now that's going to be the next mission. I don't know if we should do it.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Well, actually they're not ruined as in meaty, but they're just rusty and old.
No.
Right, that front end off, front wheel off rather. So obviously new control arm. So that's got to come out. Strut's got to come out. I didn't know if the bump stops or anything were worn, but I just assumed they were as old as anything, and yep, sure enough they are. So luckily I ordered new ones of those. New control arm, sorry, radius arm bushes, so that's got to come undone as well, which I've never done before. They're about to find out a lot of stuff about it. And we'll get into it and see how we go. Righto, update time. As you can see, all the strut is out, and also the control arm, radius rod, everything is undone. Yeah, cheers. I'll have a beer. We've just separated the strut from the control arm at the ball joint. We've got a brand new one of these, but we have to go get some more tools. We need to get that nut off because we need to keep this radius rod here. And then yeah, we just need to change the insert strut top, and then put it all back together. And then do it all again on the other side. Update time. The new, if you can see that or not, turn the light on. New lower control arms, or new control arms are in. And that's just sitting there, obviously. If you'll remember from my earlier videos, it's brand new power, well, fully reconditioned power steering rack, new tie rod ends, new exhaust extractors. So yeah, new control arms are in. That would have been not too bad, except for getting that front radius rod bush out, the old one, and putting the new one in. That was a pain in the ass. Oh, nightmare. So yeah, we're gonna fit the KYB strut inserts. There's one sitting in here now. New one just got to be tightened up, and then that's all going to be put back together with the new springs and new strut tops. And then yeah, it'll go back in. Just finished up having a barbie. Much needed some food. Now we can get back into it. Hopefully finish up before it's too late. But it's been a massive mission actually. Like the back looks so quick and easy, but this front has, I had to go get some tools, didn't have the right tools and whatnot, but we're getting there. So, but in the end, just we'll be stoked to say that we've done it, sort of thing too, which is cool. Couldn't have done it without Jamie's help, which is awesome as well. So we'll get back into it in a minute. Hopefully we'll finish it off soon. Alright, let's go on over here. Showdown. Third quarter just started. Pulled her up by a goal. And over here, I'm starting after a massive pain in the ass. Tools everywhere, dirt everywhere, grease everywhere. This side, well, I'm gonna put some light on here, is back together. New dust boots, bump stops, springs, lower control arms, which obviously comes with new ball joints, new bushings, radius arm. Ooh, we're finally there. A few beers, many fucks, swearing, cursing, but also fun, and we're about to lower it, and it's all done. So let's have a look. Hopefully everything's out from under it. What's going on there? Oh yeah, what gets there? Oh, how did we go? Successful? Geez, it hasn't come down much at the front really, has it? It has, but it might be higher at the front still, like I kind of wanted. I wanted it to sit down a little bit at the back. Maybe it is. That can't be right. Surely that's going to settle. It started at 370, 360. Yeah, 360-ish. Alright, well let's see if that settles a bit, because that's still, I mean, it doesn't look as far. It's definitely not as far off of the tyre as what it was before.
No, it's definitely not.
It's just, yeah, I'm still happy either way. Stoked either way, actually.
Yeah, I just dropped it. 20 mil.
20?
Yep.
How fat are you? Let me see. Depends roughly where the centre of it is too. It's about, sounds about there. I'm saying 35, so it's probably 10 mil. It just came down then. So, all right, I'll do some more filming of it after. Righto, here it is. So this is the first time I've got it out of the shed after last weekend's massive mission with redoing all the suspension. Well, all the front suspension and front and rear springs, as I've said. So yeah, to me that is exactly the height that I want. I don't want it too low, like I've said. I don't want it scraping. I actually wanted it lower in the back than the front, but it looks like it might even be lower in the front than the back at the moment, so. But, yeah, sweet. Super happy with that. Needs a wash. Also needs paint and dents removed and a bit more rust cut out and everything else. Engine needs gaskets repaired, blah, blah, blah. But every one thing I do is one less thing I need to do, so. Anyway, again, huge thanks to Jamie for all of his help. And yeah, thanks for... Bloody battery died. But anyway, you all know the drill. Thanks for watching and living in Big Mow's world.